Hello, here's Sharkbird1 with another stream, video, whatever. I got a Return to Ash. It was a free game on Epic, so it only has like 6 achievements, so I'm just doing a little achievement run. I also got Duke with me. Wait, hold on a second. Something weird's happening with my stream. Oh. No. It keeps fading in and out. I don't know why it does that. It's not supposed to do that. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties here for some odd reason. Why the hell is it doing that? Okay, let's do window. Okay, now let's see if that works. Weird. The hospital was empty. Quiet and brighter than usual, like waking up on a snow day. But I didn't feel cold. I didn't feel much of anything. Weird. Normally, opening my eyes to a room this bright would give me a migraine. Instead, I felt no pain at all. No aching muscles, no bed sores, not even a hint of dizziness or nausea. For the first time in 7 years, I felt completely normal. Either I'm cured, or this is a dream. Indeed. Hello? I called out, but no one came. Nurse? I searched for the call button on the side of my bed, but it wasn't there. Yep, definitely a dream. Then, my IV bag dripped in response. Or these are some next level painkillers. What am I supposed to do now? Well, shit. Rip to me, I can't say it was a good one. Jeez. I closed my eyes and waited for my brain to shut down. But it didn't. It refused. The weirdest thing was that I didn't feel sleepy at all. I didn't feel hungry either, but that's not too far out of the ordinary. Hospital food doesn't do much to encourage the appetite. Tiredness, however, was my default state of being. Sounds like something I would say. That last part. Even before I was impatient, naps were always my first line of defense. Someone walks into my room, pretend to be asleep. Get invited to hang out somewhere? Sorry, I'm exhausted. Maybe next time. It's no wonder my classmates stopped sending me those get well soon cards pretty quick. If I didn't make an effort, why should they? Death doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon. Wait patiently. I decided to wait patiently. There are 3 options. 1, I'm dreaming and I'll wake up soon. 2, I'm daring, and this part is supposed to be my life flashing before my eyes. It's just that I've spent so much of that life in a hospital room. There's nothing else to show. Or hopefully 3, someone will come to check on me sooner or later. A nice doctor will reassure me that everything is normal and there's nothing to worry about. Someone please come. I don't like the other options. Leave the room. Me too. Guess I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. Fine, I'll just go and find someone. I put some slippers on and walked out into the her. The hell? The her. Much to my dismay, there didn't seem to be anyone here either. Something was definitely wrong. Even in the dead of night, you'd see a nurse or 2 scurrying these halls, or at very least a janitor. But it's broad daylight, and there's absolutely no one. My footsteps echoed quietly in the era silence. Peered around the corner to see another empty stretch of hallway before me. I'm reading, dude. Okay, next explanation. Time has stopped. I slept through the fire alarm and everyone already evacuated. I was left behind in the confusion. Yeah, definitely didn't get left off on purpose. Hopefully. Or it's the Rapture, so it's not their fault. I was left behind. Jeez. In nuclear apocalypse, there isn't a bright flash before a bomb goes off. That must be what this is. I'll be back. I have to clean bird shit. Alright. I walked steadily down the halls, coming up with more and more ridiculous theories as to what was happening. Finally, a figure appears, saving me from my madness. Stylish wallman. Hello. Hi. I was too surprised to know how to react. This wasn't the sort of person I expected to find, and she showed up too suddenly. Instead of focusing on all the possible explanations for what was going on, I should have come up with something to say when I inevitably found someone.
You idiot!
I didn't think anyone else was here. She looks me up and down. Creep. Glancing to my IV and then back to my face. She's expecting a response. I'm looking for a nurse? A nurse? By her tone of voice, I can tell I've just said something ridiculous. God forbid there's a nurse in a hospital. What country is this? Nurses? Shouldn't it be obvious from my appearance that I need medical attention? Not that I feel sick at the moment, just in general. Besides, we're in a hospital, aren't we? There should be nurses around here somewhere. It's more concerning if there isn't. This is St. Feller's, right? Angelia usually works today. I guess I don't know what time it is either. They took the clock out of my room. More and more I realize that nothing here is adding up. The woman sighs as I struggle to get my bearings. Listen, this isn't a hospital. You dad. Jeez, man, don't cushion the punch. Why don't you? Fuck! Holy shit. Are you okay? You're not having a heart attack, are you? No, I was just really hoping you weren't going to say that. Alright, of course. Why would it matter if I was having a heart attack now? I'm apparently dead. Dude, what are you doing? Oh, hey, chillax, sweet. Hey, right here. You okay? You say hello? 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 Oh. You want some head scratches? Do like them head scratches. Who's that pretty baby? Pretty. Is that all you wanted? Just want the head scratches. You're not used to me talking so much. I understand. Right. Right. You wanna come up? Okay. Apparently I'm dead. I mean, I assumed as much. I just didn't want to face it. How could I have died so unceremoniously? Unless it's just that I don't remember the gruesome details. I guess I should be thankful for that at least. Still, to die in my sleep at the ripe age of 22. It's not how I expected my life to come to an end. The doctors never told me I had however many weeks left to live. Feels so out of nowhere. Did I really die? I'm breathing right now. Out of necessity or habit? The woman clears her throat. I'm sorry, it took me some time to process my own death too. You're also dead? I've been here for about 3 months now, give or take. I wonder how she died, but it's probably rude to ask strangers something like that. It's not like I'd want to spill my life story either. So what's your story, kid? I was gonna be so polite and not ask how you died. She asked without hesitation. I'm not a kid, I'm 22. I mean, I'm kind of surprised. She looked like she was 6. Really? But you look so young. I mean, that looks like an infant. Being hospitalized stunted my growth, I guess. Why are we talking about this? I died. Who cares what I look like? Wow, only 4 years younger than me. Finally, someone I can relate to a little better. My life is pretty far from the average 22-year-old's experience. It's hard to imagine I would be relatable to her in the slightest. What were you hospitalized for? It's not cancer, is it? She's so unbelievably rude. No, it's hard to explain. Was it terminal? I continue to be astounded by this woman's complete lack of tact. Complete lack of tact. Can we talk about something else? Sorry, I'm asking because I wanted to discern what your goal might be. My goal? I'm dead. Surely there's no reason left to pursue any kind of goals. To my surprise, she laughs. This might be some kind of afterlife, but that doesn't mean we should give up on living. My name is Scarlet. I'm going to get my second shot at life, even if it kills me. Moving words for someone who's already dead. What about you? Do you want to go back? Sorry, I'm looking for something. Where the hell is it?
No.
Fuck it. I'd rather not be dead, yeah. Fair. Ashley. Oh, Ash. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, Ashley. Walk with me. I'll tell you everything I know. She turned immediately with complete confidence that I would follow right after her. So I did. Scarlet walked at an easy pace, explaining the mechanics of this afterlife, as if it were a speech she'd rehearsed and recited 20 times. And maybe she had. Clearly, it wasn't the first dead person she'd welcome here. It was surreal, thinking about the situation I was in, but also how I had no trouble focusing on her explanation despite that. Usually I feel so lost in fog, but my mind is completely clear right now. Is this how my brain would function if I were healthy? Not that it matters anymore. Based on Scarlet's explanation, I should consider this place the Purgatorya. We died, but we can move on from here. It's unclear exactly where we would have moved on to. Apparently, that's up to Death. We were on our way to meet them now. So we don't get hungry? Right. Or thirsty? There's nothing to eat or drink here anyway. And we can't sleep? You know, I haven't actually tried. But after 3 full months with no sleep, I haven't had any sort of adverse health effects. Safe to say it's unnecessary. You know for sure it's been 3 months. Time is definitely passing. I've been using my watch to track the days, because there's no sunrise or sunset. I slow my pace, and Scarlet stops in front of me. There's a pitying look on her face. The stasis isn't so bad once you get used to it. I'm already tired of how bright it is. Scarlet laughs, but I wasn't joking. I may have been spared from my usual migraine, but the constant intensity of the light was unnerving to me. If I had a choice of which hospital to spend purgatory in, I'd say St. Fellows was the better option. Was this not St. Fellows? At least there, I had changing seasons to look forward to. How'd it get quieter after visiting hours were over? The chatty nurses telling me about their day as they changed my IV. Being in the hospital for so long, you learn to love the little things. The alternative is to just feel miserable all the time. I'm not miserable. I'm still alive. But I can't even say that anymore. I grip the pole of my IV stand a little tighter. I'm still too afraid to leave it behind. The last few wayward souls who came through here, they made it out pretty quick. Maybe you'll be able to bargain with death too. Then you won't have to get used to this light. I'm not very good at bargaining. She laughs. And presses the button for the elevator. I'll help you. I'm good at debating. Thanks. The elevator door opens to reveal a man stacking coins in the center of the floor. How pathetic. Don't come in. I blinked at the confusing sight, but Scarlet cut in without missing a beat. You're still at this? It's been 2 days. There's a lot of coins, and the deadline's coming up pretty soon. Scarlet leaned her forearm against the elevator door to prevent it from closing. Well, can we get in? I'm taking Ashley here to meet Deeth. Could you maybe catch the next one?
No.
No. Scarlet forced her way in, knocking over a stack of coins in the process. Why are you so pushy, Miss Scarlet? Because you're wasting your time. Come on, Ashley. Why would you be stacking fucking coins in the elevator? Honestly. She mentioned for me to follow, and I stepped into the elevator. I did my best to avoid the coins. The coins at my feet. It was an awkward ride. When we reached the basement, Scarlet went on ahead. The man moved to shield his coin sacks from her reckless stride, but it turned out to be unnecessary. Her intent seemed more focused on escorting me to wherever Deeth was, I guess. To the side of the elevator door was another pile of coins. Upon closer inspection, they looked to be some type of play currency. At least I'm not aware of any coins with a skull on them. Doubloons, maybe? Don't drop them. Judging by the cartoony design, it seemed like something used for a board game rather than by pirates. Curious, and not particularly in any rush to meet Deeth, I stopped to talk to the man. Why are you stacking coins, mister? Selden. And you're Ashley, right? That was not the question, Selden. I prefer Ash. Ash Ketchum. Selden picks up a small stack of coins and transports them to a larger pile besides the elevator. His process is methodical and efficient. I can tell he really has been at this for 2 days. It's my trial, so I can revive. He shuffles back into the elevator to pick up the next stack of coins. Trial? Scarlet, clearly tired of waiting, returns to my side. Deeth told him he had 3 days to bring coins from the top floor to the basement. If he reaches a certain amount, his soul will be released. They have to stay stacked like this. If a single coin faces tails up, it won't count. Sounds tedious. No, I don't mind. It's good exercise. He goes back to the next round of coins. Leave him, Ashley. He's done hundreds of these trials. Death isn't going to let him pass this time either. As Scarlet walks away again, the elevator doors begin to close. Selden stumbles from his place to block them. The stack of coins he's holding wobbles dangerously, but he quickly steadies them and continues his work as if nothing had happened. I feel sorry for him. We'll follow Scarlet for now, Scarlet. Not wanting to be left behind, I back away from Selden and leave him to his trial. Scarlet turns back to me, tapping her foot as I catch up. She's grinning. You know, the reason I volunteered to bargain with Death for you, is because I don't want to see you end up like Selden. Celadon? In other words, she took pity on me. I really wish I'd had I really wish I'd had a mentor when I first got here. Maybe things would have gone more smoothly. Thanks for your help, Miss Scarlet. You don't need to call me Miss, Ashley. We're equals here. That's funny. I don't feel like I'm being treated as an equal at all. Still, I can't help smiling back. If she wants to take me under her wing, that's a net positive for me, isn't it? Scarlet motions for me to follow again, and I obey. Best not to overthink it. I steel myself as she escorts me further down the hall towards death. The room I found myself in now had walls lined with metal drawers. I know these drawers. They're for storing human babies. You pull the door open and the panel slides out with a corpse on it. I've seen it on TV. This is the basement of the hospital, where they take patients who succumb to their illness or injuries. And Scarlet took me here. I'm really deed. I frickin' deed. No matter how many times I say it in my head, it doesn't sink in. I'm still thinking and walking and talking. How can I be really deed? You're joking, right? She turns to me, genuine confusion in her eyes. The Merg? My voice cracks. I can't stay calm when faced with this. Is that how you see it? What's that supposed to mean? It's obviously the Merg. Are you okay, Ashley? No, I don't know. I'm in the Merg. The fear is so visceral, but my heart isn't beating faster at all. Is it still beating? When did it stop? It's not beating anymore, is it? Scarlet, I don't want to die. I don't want to be deed. I feel the same, which is why we need to bargain with death. I try to calm my breathing. She's right. This is what we came for. Sayuri. Don't worry, it's a normal reaction. I feel like an idiot for freaking out.
You idiot!
I was told a long time ago that I'd die young, but it still always felt so far away. Imagining myself being slid into one of these cold metal drawers to be forgotten by everyone I'd ever known. Haha. But everyone already forgot about me, didn't they? That's how it felt before, or that's how I felt before. No visitors in over a year. I might as well not exist to them. It's more convenient if I don't exist. How will they feel when they hear the news? Relieved? I don't want to think about it. How did you die? I asked the question point blank. She pried into my life before, so this is just a bit of payback, I guess. I don't remember the specifics. Oh, well, just don't tell me then. Jeez. I woke up here 3 months ago. Celadon was focused on his trials and Death refused to talk to me. There have been a few others, but they haven't stuck around long. I'm not sure how any of them got out or if they were able to revive at all. She talks quickly. In another speech that feels rehearsed, she must have relayed this story a number of times by now. I've searched the building for clues, but the computers don't boot up, and everything in the filing cabinets is completely blank. All I know is that Death is in charge, and seems to have some control over who can leave via the trials. Which means bargaining with them might really be my only way out. If there is a way out of here. You sure we can bargain with them? Well, don't expect results right away. They don't lack the recently living. Great. Guess I'll have to figure out a way to get on Deef's good side. Where is Deef anyway? I thought they'd be lurking around here They usually are. I take a look around. Now that the shock of being in a Merg has worn off a little. On the opposite side of the room is a large pile of coins that have been meticulously stacked. Selden's work, I guess. What's the point of this? A show of dedication? Repaying his sins, maybe? You'd have plenty of time to reflect on your life if you spent 2 whole days doing this. Or maybe you'd be so focused on that you don't think at all. Wondering these things to myself isn't going to answer any of my questions. I turn to Scarlet. What else has Selden had to do for his trials? Oh, I stopped caring. It's all meaningless anyway. Well, then why are we here? Blunt as always. The trials are a waste of time, Ashley. Death always finds a way to claim you've lost. You calling me unfair? Behind us stood a hooded figure with an oversized scythe. This is definitely Deef. You came out of nowhere. Don't do things like that. You're going to give Ashley a heart attack. Not possible.
Inconclusive. Not scientifically accurate.
It certainly feels possible. They really startled me. Just then Selden came stumbling into the room with a stick of coins in his hand. Oh, everyone's here. We have business with Deef. Could you try not to disturb us?
Duke others.
Wow. But my trial. What is it, buddy? What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, you want more head scratches? Here, I'll be back. I'm just gonna put them on the perch. But my trial. Is this not enough coins? It's insanity. He places his stack of coins in the pile, then scurries out of the room. Have some self-respect. What's your business with me, Scarlet? They ask, flatly, their sigh muffled by the scale mask covering their face. That is a mask, right? The gloves they're wearing look like the kind I've worn for Halloween as a kid. Ashley wants to revive. You're going to release her soul from this place. She speaks for me, and I let her. There's no way I can talk like that to Deef myself. Am I? Selden sneaks back into the room with another stack of coins, then quietly adds them to his pile. Yes, you are. Look at her. She's on an IV, for God's sakes. So if she revives, she could die anyway. Gee, thanks for the reminder. That's besides the point. Seems relevant to me. Why should I bother? Because maybe a near-death experience is what she needed in order to be miraculously healed. She could go on to live a full life. That's kind of a weird argument to make. I'm certainly not expecting any miracles. She's young. Does she look like she belongs here? Selden's coins clattered in the ground. To me, she looks like someone who would rather rely on a stranger than face her problems herself. We're not strangers. We did just meet. Scarlet gently puts a hand on my shoulder. Let me do the talking, Ashley. Oh, you seem to be doing such a great fucking job. Ousted from the debate over my own soul, I retreat to the opposite side of the room. This isn't going well. Deeth probably thinks I'm pathetic now, like how Scarlet feels about Saladin. A pathetic little worm, doing whatever they're told, relying on the strength of others, pitiable and weak. That's us. Seldon. He glances at me, then hurriedly returns to stacking his coins. But therefore he can leave the room again. Deeth blocks his way. Time's up, Donnie. Donnie? That's kind of cute. Please stop calling me that. Only my mom calls me Donnie. Scarlet strides over to us. Indignant? Excuse me, our conversation was not over. Schedule's full, babe. Come back with a better argument tomorrow. I'm busy. Ugh, just tell him he failed and get it over with already. Please don't do that. I worked really hard. Excuse me? They all turn to face me at once. Shit. I'm a little surprised they listened, massively uncomfortable with the attention. Are you really going to check through every coin? Not just check them. There's a hint of a smirk in their voice. I'm gonna flip them. Flip. And there's the catch. For every coin you brought, we're gonna play heads or tails. If any of them land on tails, you lose. I thought I just had to place them here face up. Flipping every single one, that's impossible. What are the odds of getting heads so many times in a row? 50-50 for each coin. That's pretty awful RNG. If my units had a 50% chance of missing, I'd choose another attack. It's so low, you may as well not even try it. God bless me. Oh, you're a gamer? I hadn't meant to say it out loud, but the despair of the situation really struck me. I'm so sorry, Seldon. Death flips the first coin. Heads. They pick up the next one. Oh, heads again. They're definitely taking pleasure in this. Seldon cringes visibly at the sound of each coin being tossed. A third coin lands on heads. And then a fourth. I'll be back. Just blow my nose. He watches the results, unable to speak, but it can't go on forever. In fact, it might be set up to make him start to think he has a chance, only for death to take that away. It's just a coin flip, but they managed to turn it into an immense psychological torture. Bringing fewer coins would have given him better odds. But then, would he fail for not meeting the minimum requirement? I see why Scarlet didn't bother to help him before. Death's trials are made to be unwinnable. The coin flips pause, and Death turns to me. Hey Ashley, heads or tails? Tails. I wasn't asking you. Death wants me to call it. Heads? Scarlet shoots me a look, but I don't budge. I have to stand up to Death somehow. They flip the coin. Tails, you lose, Selden. Come on, that's not fair. His voice wavers. I think he might cry, which is probably Deef's aim with this. Crushing his spirit, giving him hope, only to snuff it right back out. What do they gain from toying with people like that? Selden has done a lot of these, right? I can't stop myself from speaking up. The situation is too unfair. Yeah. So why can't you just release his soul already? He's tried pretty hard, right? He's got plenty of time. What do you mean? Death mounts their scythe like a witch on a broomstick. I barely know how to react. As my eyes follow them, I can only think of the ceiling is higher up than I realized. They drift to a stop, then grasp the handle on one of the metal doors. Am I about to see a corpse? Have we been standing in a room lined with bodies? Why do the walls look infinitely tall, and how had I not noticed that until now? The metal door swings open, and a long drawer slides out. It's hard to tell from where I'm standing, but it seems to be lined with rows upon rows of hourglasses. His is in here. What are those? The countdown for every soul that comes here. Countdown? Why is this the first I'm hearing of a countdown? You never asked. Ugh, like you have told me. This is how long you have left to live. The sand in the small hourglass falls steadily down. A human life measured in grains of sand. Nice try. We're already dead. Indeed. Not quite. Selden stares at the ground, wringing his hands. What do you mean? Deeth descends again, Selden's hourglass in hand. Want to see what happens when I turn this over? They say it in a teasing voice, like it's a game to them. This is someone's life. No, Selden says, well, what we must be all be thinking. But it's cool, check it out. When death flips the hourglass over, we all expect the sand inside to reverse direction. But it doesn't. It continues falling upward, defying gravity. This is how long we have left to live, meaning we are still alive, and maybe because we're still alive, we have a chance to revive. Scarlet said she's been here for 3 months. How much time does she have left? How much time do I have left? Scarlet lets out an incredulous huff. So you're just going to torture him until his time runs out? Will you release him once it gets down to the wire, or let him die in the end? That's up to him. Unbelievable. We're still alive even though this is the afterlife. Didn't Scarlet tell you? I look to Scarlet, but she's already stormed away. She taps her foot facing away from us. This is the afterlife for souls who died a social death. What the f does that mean? Y'all ended up here because you're miserable losers. Oh god. This is where I'm gonna end up probably. Return to Ash. Scarlet brought me back up to the floor where we first met. In her hands was an hourglass. One Dieth had given to her when she asked for it. She eyes it suspiciously. Didn't she tell you that's what Dieth said? Scarlet could have told me we aren't really dead. She apparently known it all along. So why did she give me the wrong impression? No, she specifically told me that I had died. That's not a lie. By omission, it's just a straight up lie, isn't it? What else is she not telling me? Based on her reaction, I can tell she didn't know about the hourglasses, but what about everything she told me before? Was any of it true? I slow my pace. We need to talk about this. Hey, Scarlet? She finally looked up from her hourglass and directly into my eyes. You told me that we died, but according to Death, that isn't really true. You, knew that it was a social death, didn't you? Why didn't you tell me sooner? Because I don't trust them. I don't trust anything Dieth says implicitly. Their trials, for instance, I've never once seen anyone pass them. But others made it out before, right? Maybe they passed their trials without you noticing. And I've yet to confirm that. They just seem to disappear after a while. You think Dieth is lying to us? I know that I'm dead, Ashley. She suddenly seems very intense. I'm taken aback by the coldness in her voice. How are you so sure? Because I was murdered. Scarlet glances down the empty hallway, then steps into one of the rooms. Does she want me to go in after her? Follow her. I've come this far with Scarlet. I won't back down now. Oh boy, it's a lot of reading. Scarlet stands at the other side of the room, gazing out the window into the endless verd. Scarlet, you're really attached to me, aren't you? I thought we were working together, like a team or something. I get that you don't trust Death, but I at least thought I could trust you. Could you trust me? You're a good girl, Ashley. She sighs, letting go of the tension from before. I'm sorry for making you feel like I lied to you. Let's share information properly this time. Yeah, whatever. Helps us get out of here. Scarlet starts by showing me her hourglass. It's nearly full at the top, meaning she has plenty of time to revive, according to Death anyway. I wasn't given an hourglass, so there's no telling how much time I have. But if Scarlet's still doing just fine after 3 months, maybe I don't need to worry about it so soon. Knowing the deadline might only make me panic in the end, so we decide to forget about it for now. Scarlet folds her arms and leans back against the window. The other thing I should tell you is, this isn't a hospital. Yeah, it's the afterlife. You told me that already. What I mean is, that morgue we were in before, that's the mail room. Huh? The mail room? It isn't really a mail room, of course. That's just what it looks like to me. It's different for everyone, like a dream. Your mind fills in the blanks using a place from your own memories. So, it's like a memory. That's why the details are missing. So then, what is this place to you, Scarlet? To me, it's an office building, the one I used to work at. Scarlet goes into another one of her speeches, although this one feels far less rehearsed. Before she was killed, she was forced to quit her job. She doesn't say what that job was exactly, but there was some kind of scandal caused by her boss, and she was unknowingly complicit in it. All she did was shred some papers like she was told. That got her stalked by journalists, and there was all this public outrage. I'm almost surprised I hadn't heard of whatever this case was, but it's not like I watched the news. Scarlet delivers her story coldly without a hint of emotion attached. She sounds tired of it all. I don't want to push her with more questions, but I don't get this at all. So then, if your boss was the bad guy here, why were they coming after you instead? God knows, Ashley. If I call it misogyny, misogyny, they'll accuse me of dodging. These fucking words. Culpability. None of my friends wanted anything to do with me. They didn't want the trouble. Some of them even believed those articles. I was getting harassed on the street. I could barely leave my apartment. A social death, meaning all of our relationships were destroyed. What about your family? My mother passed away when I was young, and I haven't spoken to my father since I was a teenager. We never got along. I may as well not have a family. Maybe it's better that way. They would have become targets because of me. Because of you? Weren't you only in that situation because of your boss? It's unfair, isn't it? I ignored the rumors about him. We even used to get along. But it turns out, he's just another shitty, abusive white man. Hot man. In a long line of shitty, abusive, hot man. Hating him is easy. It's bearing. Me, on the other hand, I'm a traitor to my entire Gengar. I'm despicable. A Twitter. But what? This all sounds so extreme. It's because I'm the one who destroyed the evidence. Evidence? There's supposed to be evidence? It doesn't matter that I didn't know what was on those papers. Everyone believes that I must have known. If I had just taken the time to look through them, if I hadn't been so buried in work, I could have realized what they were. That fucking bastard. I'm just the last in the line of women whose lives he ruined. Scarlet sighs, again, much heavier this time. It's still so painful to think about. You'd think after a few months away from it all, I could laugh about it. How could anyone laugh about any of that? It led to you getting killed, didn't it? Something like that. Huh? Her murderer must have been related to this, right? I thought that's why she was telling me. Anyway, I'd rather not dwell on it. When I revive, I'll be starting completely over. Starting over? Like a whole new life? That's the plan. There's no salvaging my old life. I'm dead. But that doesn't have to mean the end of Scarlet. Or maybe I can change my name to Rogue or something. Abandoning your name, that's too sad. You should keep it. I'd like to, but I don't think that's possible. I'd rather not let my old life haunt me. But I like the name Scarlet. All that aside, let's stay focused on where we are now. Right, finding a way to revive. I think our next step is to try to get more information out of the others. They're probably more willing to talk to you than me, so I think you'd better be the one to do it. Sure, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Scarlet needs my help. She's relying on me for this. Just make sure to take everything Deef says with a grain of salt or sand. Selden, too, honestly, that man is beyond help. I'll let you know what I find out. Thanks, Ashley. I promise we're gonna make it out of here together. Yeah, we can do it. As I leave the room, I can't help but feel giddy with pride. I'm gonna be useful to Scarlet. We're a real team now. I hurried down the hall toward the elevator, my IV bag swinging along behind me as I walked. When I reached the elevator, I pressed the button to close the doors behind me. Where should I go? Let's go to the morgue. I'll talk to Death first. I need to ask him about my hourglass. I steel myself and press the button labeled B2. Damn. This must be the floor roll that the B2 models are. Or is it 2B? When the elevator doors open, Death's scythe drops in through the small gap like a guillotine. The blade sticks in the floor, set a couple inches deep. It takes me a moment to register what happened. Thank God I wasn't standing right there. Once the doors fully open, they jostle the handle and swing their weapon back over their shoulder casually. I've been expecting you to kill me? Nah, wanna hang out? You're not gonna swing your scythe at me anymore, right? Don't be such a baby. Follow me. Like I have a choice. Death brings me back to the morgue. But the atmosphere has completely changed. Is this a different room? It's my room. How'd you deck it out so fast? This place looks extremely lived in. From the half-eaten bags of snacks on the floor to the controllers scattered near the beanbag chair. Magic. Don't worry about it. Right. I should know better than to ask, considering I've also seen them fly. The big screen TV catches my attention. There's a tantalizing lineup of all the latest game consoles below it. Are we gonna play video games or something? I'm getting a little excited now. The only games I had in the hospital were my favorite childhood handheld. Death strides over to the controllers on the floor and picks one of them up. We're gonna play GDA 5. GDA? Glorious Devil's Avarice. How have you not heard of that? Oh, the kids down the street. I grew up had one of those games. I watched them play it. The Sintown one, I think. Yeah, that's the old one. 5's cooler. It's got way better graphics. How do you play? It's a single player. You just watch. Wow, what fun. How long am I gonna be stuck here hanging out with them? Death turns the console on and boots up the game. The graphics really are better than Sintown's. Oh shit. Then in GTA, you play as the devil girl named Lucy. I keep clicking the wrong button. She's like if Lucifer were a sexy lady. It's a raunchy game that appeals to edgy preteens and middle schoolers. In the case of my childhood friends, their parents didn't seem to understand the rating system and bought it out of ignorance. There's a main story mode, but I think most people play the game for the sandbox aspect. You can pick up guns and steal cars and kill people. It takes place in hell, so I guess you're killing other sinners? I don't think it's kind of a game with deep lore attached to it. Death loads a save and shows me their character. Lucy's dressed in cargo pants and a bikini top with a huge rifle on her back. She looks absolutely ridiculous, but the overtop aesthetic of the game is kind of the selling point. Check this out, they say. Equipping a huge rocket launcher. They fired at a gas station, then walked toward the camera in slow motion for a dramatic effect. The explosion in this game are so realistic? Actually, I've never seen an explosion in real life, so maybe they're not. They look more like real ones from previous games anyway. A comment on how cool it was. Old Death cackles away, stealing a fast-looking car and invading Hell's police force. They're having a great time. What is this game? I thought there were cards. Wait, what's even happening here? I don't get the information for Scarlet. Hey, Deeth, can you pause? Why? Because it's hard to have a conversation over all the gunfire and explosions. Then yell. I'd rather not. Ugh, boring. Death pauses the game and leans toward me. So you're like Scarlet's lackey now, or what? Scarlet's my friend. Saying it out loud makes me feel good inside. It's nice to have a friend, even if we're in the afterlife. Damn, well, I guess it's too late for you then. Shit. Too late for what? You don't care about GDA and you're happy being someone's puppet. We'll never get along. I'm not a puppet. Why'd you come here, Ash? You dragged me here. You came down on the elevator to talk to me, right? You never gave me the hourglass. You don't have one. I don't? I'm unpausing now. Deeth resumes their grand escape from Hell's police force, driving down a blood-soaked highway as helicopters riddle Lucy's car with bullets. I don't have an hourglass? What does that mean? I guess if it was something they made up just to put pressure on Scarlet and Selden, it makes sense that they wouldn't care to give me one. Maybe Scarlet's right. Deeth's just playing games with us to keep us from reviving. I gotta tell Scarlet about this. Trusting whatever Deeth says is definitely a mistake. Deeth doesn't say a thing when I walk out of the morgue. I have better things to do than watch them blow up tanks. I should talk to Selden next. I'll give Scarlet an update after that. I find Selden in the lobby. He's turning his hourglass over in his hands, the sand still steadily flowing in one direction. I'm sure he's still thinking about the trial. At least I would have if I had just wasted the past couple days going up and down the elevator carrying coins around for no reason. Now, I know that I made the right decision leaving him to do it before. My help would have only made it worse. Selden has been here the longest, aside from Deeth, of course. I need to learn more about his situation so I can report back to Scarlet. Ash, hey, let's talk. Sure, Ash. Is there something particular you wanted to talk about? Everything that happened, I guess. Ah, yeah. How are you feeling after all that? Probably a lot to take in, huh? Deeth called us miserable losers. A little harsh, right? Yeah, I'm not really miserable, but they're right about me not having any friends. Ah, well, I'll be your friend. Everyone needs a pal after all. I'm struck by his warmth. He seems so genuine. Can I call you Donnie? Please, anything but that. We share a laugh and continue chatting. I tell him about myself. How most of my life has revolved around my illness being hospitalized. How I hadn't had any visitors in over a year. That must have been what marked my social death. My family, everyone, I was dead to them. It hurts to think about, so I changed the subject. What was your life like? How long have you been here? You know, I'm not really sure how long it's been. Scarlet's the only one with a watch. And it doesn't go and it doesn't get dark. The days must really blend together, huh? It's probably been a few years. Could you ask Dieth to find out? They don't like me very much. He sits in one of the chairs, and I take one beside him. My life before this was, I don't know. I ran my own business, I had a wife, I thought my family cared about me. But I went into debt, and no matter how much effort I put into my job, I just sunk deeper and deeper. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to do, working hard, hustling, you know? His breath goes unsteadily. I don't know what to say, so I keep listening. When she handed me the divorce papers, I thought, great, now I can spend more time selling products. My whole family stopped talking to me. I don't know what I did wrong. Those products help people, but my mom called it a scam. But it's not a scam. They're they're heal supplements. I use them myself. If you have enough people in your downline, you can make thousands of dollars a week. You just have to keep recruiting. And it's fun. You get to do work from home and talk to people you never would have talked to before. It's the kind of work you could even do from a hospital bed. Heck, you might feel better if you take them yourself. What the fuck was guy selling? Health supplements? The company is called You Thrive. You get it? Because it makes you thrive. His mood changed real suddenly. I've never really heard of this company, but it sounds important to him. Ash, when we get out of here, I'll send you the sample kit. You can try it for yourself. That's okay. I shouldn't be taking supplements without my doctor's permission. That's what's great about You Thrive. It doesn't interfere with any medications. It just boosts your immune system, along with many other benefits. This is getting weird. Why is he giving me a sales pitch when we might be stuck in here in the afterlife forever? Selden? I'm healthy, so it didn't make any sense that I died. And now he seems back to normal. So this social death thing, that must be it. Because no one talks to me anymore. They all blocked my number. Did he scare everyone off with how intense he is about his job? That's pretty sad. Well, at least we have each other, right? We're not friendless losers anymore. I'm just gonna grab Duke real quick. Selden smiles at me, then takes his hourglass from his pocket. He stares down at it with a great sadness in his eyes. I don't have the heart to tell him Def's probably lying about the hourglass stuff. I'm not sure it'd make any difference. The years he spent here doing Def's impossible trials, that must have taken its toll on him. Beneath this friendly exterior is a man on the verge of breaking bad. I pat his back, not knowing what else to do. If he was to revive, would he be able to make new friends? Would I? Well, at least I have Scarlet now. Hey, good luck on the next trial. I'm sure you'll pass on one eventually. Selden? Right, yeah. He slips his hourglass back in his pocket. Thank you. I'll do my best to pass the next trial. Good, I found out a lot about Selden's background. It doesn't sound like he remembers dying. Oh shit. How do I go back? Back. It doesn't sound like he remembers dying, but it's possible he could have passed in his sleep. Like what probably happened to me. All three of us died without any friends, but that could just be a coincidence. I'll talk to Scarlet about all this I'm sure she'll come up with better theories than I can. I knew it! Scarlet paces back and forth across the room. So the hourglasses are a distraction, just like a bogus trials. We can't trust anything Death says. Who knows if they have the power to revive any of us at all? That was probably a lie too. But they can fly and stuff. They definitely have some powers. Right, and you said they changed their room with magic. But we already know the appearance of this building is based on illusions. Are they really, Death? Like the literal actual Grim Reaper? I thought so, but I'm beginning to doubt that, too. They're wearing a Halloween costume, for God's sakes. They're supposed to be our only way out of here, unless even the possibility of reviving was a lie. Well, it doesn't do any of us good to believe that. Let's think about the things we know for sure. I'm not sure I know anything for sure. I don't even know if I'm really dead. Well, I know I am, so we can start there, at least. Everyone who's been able to leave this place so far, I thought it was because they passed their trials. But I didn't actually see anyone pass anything. I only heard about it from Selden after the fact. Right, and he believes in the trials a little too much. I've watched him fail again and again the entire times I've been here. He won't stop, no matter how many times Death humiliates him. And now you tell me he was in an MLM? It seems like he's gullible as they get. What's an MLM? Hold on a second. Ugh. Okay, so basically, it sounds like a pyramid scheme. Wait, what's an MLM? Oh, see, now I feel stupid for Googling it. A multi-level marketing scheme. It's a business model that preys on desperate people, wreaking havoc on their finances while the owner of the company. The TV in the corner of the room suddenly switches on. The screen is bright white. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Calling all losers. I thought of some trials for y'all. Come downstairs to get started. The TV switches off as abruptly as it turned on. Scarlet and I exchange looks. Should we? They'll come to us if we don't go to them. Might as well get it over with. Return to Ash. Okay. When Scarlet and I reach the Merg, Selden and Death are already there waiting for us. I glance at Selden, but he looks away. I wonder if he's nervous about the trial. Now that we've assembled, Death taps their scythe on the floor and makes their announcement. Scarlet, it's time for your next trial. Pass. She said it so quickly, Death barely even had time to finish their sentence. Ash, then. They turn to me. I can feel myself starting to sweat. I made you something special. It's a video game. A game? Like GTA or something? Nah, I can't 3D model for shit. I made you a card game. They pull out a small handheld and offer it to me. It's a retro model similar to the one I got in elementary school. This is a pain, boy. The cart's already in there, so turn it on and try it out. If you can beat my game, you'll get to revive. I have a feeling Death designed something extremely difficult, maybe even impossible. Should I? Fuck it. I really want to play a game. It's been an hour of just talking. I click on the switch. Can't hurt to try. The game begins with one Joker face up. Pick up cards from 2 to A. Collect the suits in this order. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna fucking forget this shit. Blush me, sorry. Wait, I noticed a pattern. It's the same cards, right? We're not giving up. We're not giving up. We are not giving up. We're gonna do this shit. Oh shit, that was the give up button. No, damn it. Okay, doesn't count. Are you fucking kidding me? No, hold on a second. That is some bullshit. We're going back. We're going back. Come on. That's... This shit better not be rigged. Come on. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, fuck it. I guess it's rigged. Shit. I shut off the game in defeat. I give up. I don't have the patience for this. It's not like I had a choice. Death Snickers taking back their pain boy. This was a waste of time after all. It's time for your next trial, Donnie. He's stiffened in preparation. I couldn't help but feel nervous for him too. Okay, Deeth. What do you need me to do this time? Not much. Death ascends high over our heads, just like they did before. They open a different drawer at this time. When they pull out the table, it appears to be empty. This game is simple. They descend back down toward us with a hint of darkness in their voice. It's called Say When. Before I know it, my feet leave the ground. I barely have time to register what's going on before my body hits the cold metal. My IV bag hits my chest, and I scrambled to catch it. When did it get taken off its hook? Where am I? Slam. Darkness. The blinding white I had only just gotten used to was replaced with an oppressive black that turned my confusion into abject fear. I'm stunned, terrified, to move an inch. All I can do is breathe while my mind searches for an explanation. Ashley? Scarlett's voice gets through to me. It's coming from somewhere below me, muffled slightly. What the fuck are you doing? Let her out. I'm inside of something. I tentatively reach one hand out into the darkness in front of my face. It's flat, smooth, cold. Metal like the surface I was thrown onto. I reach the same hand to the side, more panicked this time. Clang. My worst fears are realized. I've been shoved inside of one of the drawers in the wall, a drawer meant for dead bodies. Please? I don't want to be in here. Please, someone? My words came out as a whimper. I'm not sure anyone can even hear me. It's up to you to save her, Donnie. I'll let her out if you ask. Deef's voice is taunting like a playground bully. The sound of someone who isn't really going to do what they're offering. But free her too soon and you lose the sorry, I bit my tongue. You lose the trial. Selden! I call out in panic desperation. He has to let me out. He has to. Selden? Selden! Are you fucking kidding me? It's not like she'll die in there. Oh, thanks, Selden. Unfucking believable. You're scum, you know that? You'd let a poor disabled girl suffer over a trial you're just gonna fail anyway. Hey, Ash, are you okay? Am I okay? Would anyone be okay? Would be in this situation? No, I'm scared. I don't like this place. Please let me out. I beg him, trying to speak as firmly and clearly as I can to make sure there's no misunderstanding. I want out immediately. But you're not hurt or anything, right? I'm about to hurt you, dickhead. I'm grateful for Scarlett's anger, but I'm also not sure it'll convince him. Selden, please just let me out. This is probably the easiest trial I'll ever give you. All you have to do is nothing. We're all on a time limit, Selden. You are literally sacrificing her life to save your own ass right now. But I could actually win this time. Could you live with yourself if you did? Well, I'd be alive again. I hear a quick thud and a small ow from Selden. Did she punch him? Hey, no violence. Hang on, Ashley. I'll free you myself. More clanging metal and shuffling sounds. I can't tell what's going on at all, but the distraction is welcome. Even if you make it up there, the door's locked. Scarlett heels hit the floor and grunts in frustration. Are you seriously fine with having her death on your shoulders? No. Then let her out. Fine, okay. Please let her out, Death. The locker opens. I'm free. If not for Scarlett, how long would I have been trapped in that darkness? Would Selden have waited until just before his hourglass ran out? I shiver at the thought. He believes the lies about the trials and the hourglasses if he's really been here for years and he's about halfway through his countdown. God, was he seriously willing to leave me in there as long as he could? He didn't listen to me, even when I begged him, and Deeth was the one who tossed me in there, even if they're helping me now down. These trials, now I understand. They're meant to maximize people's suffering. Scarlett is the only one to see through it all. She's the only one I could trust. I hang my IV bag back on its stand, my hands trembling with anxiety, or maybe just the residual fear of being locked up like that. Let's go, Ashley. Yeah. She takes me by the hand, and we head out the door and toward the stairwell. I can't even look at the others. Once the door closes, Scarlet turns to me. She gives my hand a gentle, reassuring squeeze. Are you okay? I'm sorry they did that to you. I feel better now. Thanks for saving me. I really owe you one. No problem. That's what friends are for. Friends, I'm so happy that Scarlet considers me a friend. Us girls gotta stick together. Men will always end up using you. Even the supposed nice guys, like Celadon. Her words give me pause. Something feels wrong about them. But I guess it's true that Celadon was using me. We don't trust anyone, and we don't play by the rules. That's the only way to come out on top. The only way, huh? What's wrong, Ashley? Are you sure you're okay? Yeah, I know. I mean, you're right. Going along with the trials, it just makes you do awful things. If you weren't there to stop him, Celadon would have. It's hard for me to get the words out, thinking of being trapped in that dark place with no one coming to save me. He didn't care about what happened to me, did he? No, he didn't, but I do. Scarlet looks me in the eye, and I feel all my anxiety drift away. We're in this together, Ashley. Let's think about what we can do next. She leads me upstairs, my heart filled with a sense of purpose. I'm so grateful for Scarlet is here to protect me. We start from the top floor, exploring the halls and chatting along the way. Actually, it's more strategizing than chatting. Scarlet is going over everything we know for certain, hoping we can get a clearer picture of what is this afterlife really is. Our conclusions are so far are: 1. We definitely are in the real world. It'd be impossible to go this long without food, water, or rest if we were. 2. The building details are different to each observer. It seems to draw from the memory of each individual, as far as Scarlet can tell from what others have described to her. And 3. Scarlet ended up here after being murdered. This is the main evidence we have that Deef's hourglass theory is just something they pulled out of their ass, as Scarlet put it. Thinking about what she went through, the scandal, being disowned by everyone around her, that still counts as social death, doesn't it? I still wonder if her physical death is a sure thing. I don't think I could bring it up to her now, though. She was pretty upset when I doubted her before. I'd better just trust her judgment. I don't want to make her retell the story of her murder anyway. That sounds like it'd be pretty traumatic. We come up to a stop at the end of the hallway. Scarlet leans back against the wall. The only place I haven't been able to investigate very thoroughly is the basement. Why the basement? Def spends most of their time there. Whenever I try to poke around, they harass me until I give up and leave. Do you think they're hiding something from us down there? I'm not sure, but I do get the feeling they're not as all-powerful as they seem. Even though they can fly? Yes, that's another thing. We know for certain Deef seems to have a few special abilities that we don't. Scarlet paces back toward me, staring at the tiles, the floor as she walks. With how often I've seen them fly around here on that scythe, it's unlikely there are invisible wires involved. Well, thanks fucking Einstein. You never know. One time I played a game where the plot twist was there were all these mechanical structures made of special material the characters couldn't see. What? That sounds like a cheap twist. Yeah, I was just thinking since this place is like an illusion, it could just be something like that. If it is, we're screwed. Scarlet groans in frustration, like lightly kicking the wall with the side of her foot. This is impossible. If the whole building is an illusion, can we even trust anything we find here? Poor Scarlet, she's been here for months, trying to figure things out all on her own. As someone who only just got here, I doubt I can really do much of help. Feeling hopeless, I take a seat on one of the spare beds in the hallway. What are you doing? Resting. Wanna join me? Ashley, we can't rest here. Sure we can. Here, lie down on the gurney. That's a table, sweetheart. Whatever, just lay with me. Why? Well, I was gonna try to take a nap. Maybe you should too. How is taking a nap going to help us? I always take a nap when I don't know what else to do, or if I'm trying to avoid something, I guess. Anyway, it'll help me clear our minds. Come on. Despite her protest, Scarlet gets comfortable on the bed next to mine. I see. So it's like meditation. I'm genuinely trying to sleep here. I really don't think that's possible. You said you hadn't tried. I hadn't. I can hear the smell of Scarlet's voice. Even without looking at her, it makes me feel warm inside. It's so nice having a female friend around. Huh? At work. Well, my former workplace, all the people handed out promotions were men. I spent so much time trying to curry favor with them, I never really got a chance to know my female coworkers. That's why I'm happy to get to spend time with a girl like you, Ashley, even under these circumstances. Girl power! Damn straight. 2 girl bosses who are going to revive and going to lead a brand new girl boss life. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Not really, I'd rather just be a regular person. I don't know, I've never related to femininity even once in my entire life. But I'm not sure how to explain that to her. I guess I could start with something that's been bothering me. Hey, Scarlet. Yeah. Could you maybe call me Ash instead of Ashley? What's that? You're mumbling. Nothing, never mind. I can't do it. It's way too late to bring up something like that now. Scarlet sits up, peering down at me from over the plastic bed frames between us. Are you getting sleepy? No, I don't really feel tired at all. See, that's why I never bothered to do this before. It's so weird. I feel like I spent my whole life being tired, and now I'm in this place with different rules. Different rules? Yes. Maybe we're thinking too heavily in terms of the real world. Why should the laws of physics exist in the afterlife? Our bodies don't even need fuel to survive. Scarlet's body begins rising off the bed. What if anything is possible here, as long as you imagine it? Scarlet, how are you doing that? I get it now. Ashley, I've solved it. None of this is real. It was only our preconceptions holding us back. She's asleep. She's asleep. I think she's asleep. Scarlet drifts around the hall, effortlessly flying about exactly as I've seen Death do. This must be something any of us can do. Come on, try it. Oh, okay. I do my best to imagine my body rising off the bed like Scarlet's, but I still feel as heavy as I ever. It's just like a lucid dreaming. Why didn't I figure that out sooner? Dreaming, huh? I did think this might be a dream when I woke up here, but I've never flown in my dreams before. Yeah, there's no way I can imagine this body of mine being so agile and weightless. My shoulders slump into feet. I can't do it, Scarlet. That's alright. We won't be trapped here for much longer. Now that Death and I are unevenly matched, I'm going to confront them. Scarlet giggles as she dashes to the other side of the hall, shouting through the air like a falcon. So just leave me here, I guess. I scramble to my feet, lunging my IV with me. I can barely manage to jog. Scarlet pulls me into the elevator with her, and we arrive at the basement floor in no time. What did she mean by confront Death? Evenly matched. They aren't going to fight, are they? I want to revive, but it'd be best to do that peacefully. Scarlet probably feels the same, right? She's like a battle of wits kind of lady. Everything's happening too fast. Are we really going to be able to escape this place soon? I'm worried it won't be that simple. As we enter the Mirg, a glint of metal passes over Scarlet's head. Before I know it, she's thrown herself out of the way, and Dieth is picking their scythe out of the floor where she once stood. I knew you were coming for me. I've got eyes and ears all over this place. That's fine. I'm used to being surveilled. Scarlet shrugs it off with a confident laugh. How can she be so calm about this? Death seems surprised too. When Scarlet takes a step forward, they take 2 steps back. Are you afraid that I came here to hurt you? Death keeps their scythe raised, letting out a small growl in response. Scarlet takes another step toward him. I just came to talk. There's no need for violence. Big oof. Death swings at Scarlet and she dodges again. Please don't fight. I'm so scared they'll hurt each other. Can we get hurt in the afterlife? Can we bleed? Death, you're scaring Ashley. Put the scythe down so we can talk like grown-ups. Fuck off. I've been through this shit before. Y'all get so cocky once you realize you can fly. Death circles Scarlet, taking slow, cautious steps. They're moving toward me, toward the door. You've been lying to us, Death, keeping us busy with your silly games. You know the way out of here, don't you? You kept it to yourself, all because you just love toying with others too much. Am I wrong? There's a smile on her face and a sweetness in her voice, but something about it sounds so dangerous. Death swings her scythe again, but Scarlet doesn't move this time. Scarlet! When I opened my eyes, I expected to see something horrible. Instead, I saw the blade of the scythe pressed against Scarlet's skin. Despite the impact, she hadn't bulged an inch. Shit. Death drops the scythe, scrambling towards me like a scared animal. Scarlet grabs them by the hood, yanking them back, then throwing them across the room. They slam against the wall, hitting the metal drawers with an upsetting sound. Tell us how to revive. She's raised her voice now. The sweetness is completely gone from it. I don't know how it works. Their mask is askew. Scarlet, unbothered by the desperation in their voice, strides over to them. You're Death, aren't you? Tell us. She digs a heel into their stomach. Gah! You bitch! Scarlet, stop. Shut up. Tell us before I really hurt you. Should she tell me to shut the fuck up? The elevator. Scarlet takes a bit of pressure off, still careful to keep Death pinned to the wall. The elevator is the way out. It takes people, and they don't come back. I seriously don't know how it works. I just know that they've left through the elevator. Scarlet lifts her foot and Death rolls over, coughing. They scramble away from us. There, was that so hard? She turns and steps towards the door, monitoring, motioning for me to follow. I turn away from Death, too afraid to say anything, then obediently follows after Scarlet. Scarlet is silent until we reach the elevator. We can escape from here. Yeah. After what she did to Death, I'm a little afraid of her, but saying that now won't do us any good. Come on, Ashley. I thought you'd be a little happier about this. I guess so. Everything is just happening so fast. You don't have to worry about anything. I'll take the lead. I don't have to worry. That's what I like about Scarlet. When I'm with her, I don't have to decide these things for myself. We step into the elevator together. This is the way out? The question is how? How exactly do we escape from here? Is there a hidden compartment? We're not supposed to climb up the elevator shaft, are we? Scarlet could fly, but there's no way I could manage it on my own. Unless she carried me? That seemed a little silly, but I'm not about to ask her to do that. We study the walls, ceiling, and the floor of the elevator, but aren't able to find any secret panels or switches. It's just the same set of buttons that take you to the same floors. Same as every other time we've used the elevator. If Deeth doesn't know how this escape route works, how are we supposed to figure it out? Maybe you have to press the buttons in a certain order? Yeah. I vaguely remember playing a game with that kind of puzzle. Let's try the top floor first. We press every button, stopping at each floor along the way. The doors open and close. But nothing special happens. Before long, we end up back on the basement level. Hey, assholes! Death calls out to us from a safe distance across the hall. There's something I forgot to tell you. What is it? I ask politely before Scarlet can snap back at them. The elevator exit only works for people who've redeemed themselves. You can't leave if you're a bad person. Scarlet stomps on one foot forward, as if she's going to give chase, causing Death to bolt toward the stairwell. Once they're gone, she sighs, relaxing her stance. They're making shit up again. Let's keep trying. Okay, Scarlet. I nod passively, unsure of what else I can do in this situation. When we spend a long time exhausting every idea we can think of to crack the elevator's code. Try as we might, no combination of buttons lead us into a way out. Scarlet kicks the wall, letting out a grunt of frustration. The elevator sways lightly on impact. This fucking hunk of metal thinks it's a judge of my moral character? Huh? I thought Deeth was lying about that. They must be. Do we even know that this elevator is truly the way out of here? They could be lying about that too. They sounded sincere to me. It could all just be a waste of time. They're watching us, laughing at us. What a fucking fools we are, huh? Scarlet. She bangs her fist against the wall, causing the elevator to sway again. Choking back a sob, she collapses to the floor, looking more hollow and fragile than ever. Eesh. What if it's true that this is hell and I'll never be able to leave because I'm a horrible person? Whether Deeth was lying or not doesn't seem to matter to her anymore. The idea of it clearly struck her nerve. What if I belong here? What if I deserve everything that's happened to me? Hey, let's take a break, okay? All my life I've tried so hard to prove I'm a good person. I want to help marginalized people, the ones left behind by society, like you, Ashley. Okay. She isn't listening to me. We're treated poorly just for being a woman. You've got it even worse being disabled. It isn't fair. Anything we do is scrutinized to hell and back. Meanwhile, men get away with anything they want. Yeah, except Celeb, or whatever his name is. Huh? Is this even about the elevator anymore? I'm a good person. I'm not racist. I'm not racist, but I support the LGBT rights. I give to charity, for God's sakes. Okay. The way she's talking about these things is so... And yet, at the drop of a hat, everyone was ready to think of me as some villain. It isn't fair. She crumples into a ball on the floor. Gently, I put my hand on her shoulder. Scarlet! She looks at me. Finally, she's looking at me. Please don't take this the wrong way, but she needs to hear this. We're doing all of those things to make yourself look good, or because you genuinely care about people. What? You say you want to help people like me, but you don't really listen to me. It's true that you've done a lot to try to help me, and I'm grateful for that, but I feel more like an accessory than a person, than a friend. Like, when have you even asked about me and my life, aside from my illness? Do you even know anything about me? You like video games. Okay, that one hurt a little. Everyone likes video games, Scarlet. What I'm trying to say is, it feels like these things you say you believe in, you're only using them to try to prove you're a good person. You doubt me too, Ashley? Oh. I know your heart is in the right place. If you just listen to me. Scarlet sways a little, as if blown back by the wind. You think I'm a bad person. I didn't say that. I never should have trusted you. What the
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
She steps out of the elevator. I hurry after Scarlet, but she doesn't go far. Just a couple of steps before turning back toward me. You know what, Ashley? I think you're right about me. I don't really care about others. I just like feeling superior to them. I want to be powerful and respected. I want my life to be easy. I'm jealous of people who were given everything because I want to be in their position. That's what makes me a bad person. That's why I died. That's not true. Why are you saying all these things? I may as well embrace this afterlife, since I'll never be able to leave. Wait, Scarlet. Scarlet is dead. I'll be Rogue. Yes, Rogue. The angel of death. Has a nice ring to it, don't you think? In a flash of light, her appearance changes completely. Into a being that could be called nothing other than an angel of death. Ashley, what happened to you? I'm certain the elevator will work for you. You haven't done anything wrong. You're a good person. I'm sorry that Scarlet held you back before. You don't have to worry about her anymore. What do you mean? You weren't holding me back. We can still go on and revive. I'm going to help every last soul that comes through here. I'll show them the way out. This will be my repentance. The angel who calls herself Rogue disappears through the ceiling. I can't follow her anymore. What do I do now? I stand in the empty hallway at complete loss. I did this to her. She changed into this because of what I said. We were supposed to revive together. The elevator, I wonder. If I really am a good person after all that. I step back into the elevator and check the panel buttons by the door. To my surprise, there's a new one. A circle is printed on its surface. Is that really it? Could I escape here now? No, I can't just leave everyone behind. I need to help Scarlet abandon herself because of what I said. I'll look for Selden first. Maybe he'll be able to restore. I walk out of the elevator and into the lobby. It doesn't take me long to spot Selden. He's staring absent-mindedly out a large window near the entrance. When I call out to him, he's surprised to see me. I quickly call out to him. He's surprised to see me. I quickly catch him up on the situation, telling him how Scarlet had attained special powers, attacked Death, and became the Angel of Death Rogue. It occurs to me It occurs to me as well as I explain it all how unbelievable this story is. But he doesn't question me for a second. He listens intently as I go over the details. I can't bring myself to tell him about the elevator, though. Much to my relief, he seems more concerned about Rogue than questioning me about this escape route. When I finish my story, Celadon scratches his chin, considering what to say. Ash, I've been reflecting over what happened in the last trial. I want to make it up to you. Huh? Oh, I'm not. I mean, it's okay. That trial is the last thing on my mind right now. What's important is helping Scarlet get back to her former self. I'm serious. I didn't consider how you felt. I was only thinking about myself. But I have plenty of time left in my hourglass. I just have to keep working hard. Ah, speaking of time, is your IV bag gonna be okay? I noticed the fluid's getting pretty low. I have a theory. Guess you could call it a game theory. I think this is my hourglass. It had just dawned on me. Huh? He's right. Why hadn't I noticed sooner? Let's not worry about that right now. It's just a distraction. Maybe I can just imagine it's full, and it'll fill it back up like how Scarlet was able to fly and change into Rogue. Are you sure? You gotta help yourself before you can help others, they always say. I've still got a while. We can just focus on getting Scarlet back to normal. Right, if you found the way out, why shouldn't we all leave together? But is Dieth really going to allow that? We haven't won any trials. Do whatever you want. To our surprise, Dieth walks up behind us. They're moving toward the entrance. There's only room for one Dieth around here, so I'm out. Huh? Wait, you're really leaving? Yep. I'd say it was nice knowing you, but meh, it was whatever. Bye. Celadon and I watch in stunned silence as Dieth walks out the front door and into the blank white void. They can't just do that, can they? I feel bad for them. You do? Celadon hasn't seen what happened, how Scarlet pinned them down and yelled at them before. After asserting her superiority like that, it's no wonder Dieth feels like there's no place for them here. I find it a little hard to have sympathy for them after all the trials they put me through. Yeah, I know. They've been pretty awful to you. I was just thinking. This is supposed to be Death's domain, right? It's like Rogue is kicking them out of their home. Oh yeah, when you put it like that, it is a little sad. I need to set things right. Will you come with me to talk to her? She might listen to you. I actually doubt that she will, but I'll do what I can. As soon as we enter the elevator, I check for the mysterious circle button I saw before. But it's gone. Does that mean Cecil's a bad person? So, what floor, Ash? No, he apologized to me. I can't start thinking of it like that. Besides, Scarlet's not a bad person either. There has to be some other explanation for how this thing works. I think probably the top floor. I'm not sure exactly. I press the button and try not to worry about what this all could mean. After searching the upper floors, we're unable to find Rogue anywhere. I definitely saw her face through the ceiling. I imagine she must be above us somewhere. Celadon suggests checking the rooftop, and I follow him to the stairwell. When we reach the top, he opens the door. Rogue is there waiting for us. Her dress billows lightly, even in the absence of wind. Ashley, you're still here? I didn't want to leave you guys behind. Oh, including Celadon? Yeah. How ironic that your goodwill would be the very thing keeping you tied to this place. Selden steps forward to speak. Miss Rogue, Death is gone now, so there aren't any more trials. Yes, I saw them go. Good for you, Selden. You don't have to spend your remaining years humiliating yourself. Remaining years? Right, I guess you're in charge now. Ash said you wanted to lead souls to their revival. That's right. Every soul except for your own. Yes, because my soul isn't worth saving. Well, we're here to save it. Yeah, come back to us, Miss Scarlet. Rogue drifts away from us, further into the sky. I see what you're doing, Ashley. You brought Selden here as the very first soul for me to save. It's a tough case, but I accept. You're the one we're trying to save. Please listen to me. You'd rather stay here as my disciple, showing the light to the lost souls through me. Because if you told him the way out yourself, he would leave you behind without a second thought. Selden fidgets beside me. Would he really have left? Hey Ash, what is the way out exactly? We're all gonna leave together. I promise. Rogue drifts through the air back towards Selden. Selden, what Dieth was doing with those trials they gave you, it may not have been senseless torture after all. It wasn't? It sure felt like it sometimes. They may have been trying to reform you, to mold you into a person capable of leaving this place. That was the true purpose of the trials, though I disagree with their methods. Is that right? Was that really Dieth's goal all along? Death's trials were a failure because their function was incomprehensible. My strategy is much more straightforward. What strategy is that? Prove to me that you're a good person. Huh? Tell me why you deserve to revive. Go on, now. Selden stands there speechless, desperately searching for any evidence to give her. I can't do that. My ex-wife, she knew better than anyone. I'm not a good person. That's why she left. The man collapses to his knees, sobbing. Therese. I need to tell her I'm sorry. Sorry for everything. What kind of man am I? I have to see her again, just one more time. That's the only reason I want to revive. Please give me the chance. The elevator doesn't work for bad people, Selden. It only works for good people. The elevator? Yes, that's what the previous Dieth told me. That you can find the way out through there, as long as you're a good person. None of us are good people. That's why we're stuck here. Despite her harsh words, Selden's eyes shimmer with hope. The elevator. Behind us, the exit reveals itself. The elevator doors that definitely weren't there before. Sorry. He rises slowly, then walks toward them. Selden! I move to follow him, but Rogue stops me. Let's see if it accepts him. Selden enters the elevator, and the doors close behind him. Moments later, the doors open once more. It's empty. He's really gone. That's impossible. Holy shit, she looks pissed. Rogue glides over to the elevator, then sinks through the floor in search of the missing man. The button wasn't there for him before. That means he must have redeemed himself during a conversation. If there's hope for Selden, there's definitely hope for Scarlet. I just hope Rogue can see that. I decide to take the elevator down to the entrance to wait for her. When I walk out into the lobby, Rogue is already there. He's gone. He's really gone. Why did it accept him? Because he's better than me? Him? My god, she's been an angel for 5 minutes, and she's already losing her fucking shit. If he was able to leave, then you will be too. No, I'm worse than Seladin. Seladin, who was ready to leave you to die? I'm a good person. I'm not some villain. Please, won't someone believe me? It's not too late. Huh? I'm worried about Dieth. So, I'm going to go search for them now. Out there? Yeah, out there. Ashley, you can't. It's Ash. Please, Scarlet, call me Ash. Ash Ketchum. Ash. I want to bring Dieth back here. So I'll be back when I find them. Ash, don't leave me here alone. Ash. The door's closed behind me. I hope this will be enough to convince her. I walk for a while, straight out from the entrance and toward the horizon. This place is so surreal. It feels like walking on glass. What will happen to me if I don't run into death out here? I'm afraid to consider it. Well, whatever happens, at least it'd be better than staying at Rogue's so-called disciple. Just then, a shadow passes over the ground at my feet. A shadow? Rogue touches down her wings, somehow glowing against the bright white void. Ash, let me help. It's my fault. They left, so I'll take it from here. I can see further from the air. Scarlet, thank you. She nods, then lifts off again. Go back inside. Wait for us in the lobby, okay? Good luck. She flashes a smile before speeding off into the horizon. She's so cool. I hum to myself, making my way back to the hospital. The automatic doors open for me and I step into the empty lobby. It's odd. I almost feel refreshed coming back through these doors. It's a relief that I don't have to keep walking. I'm not even tired, my body just seems to work here in the afterlife. But I won't be here for much longer. We won't be stuck here anymore. By bringing back Death, Scarlet will have proven she's a good person. Is it really what it comes down to? How do you weigh whether a person is good or bad or anyway? Is there some higher being deciding that for us? Well, there's no way for me to know the answer to that. No use worrying about it, I guess. After some time, Scarlet and Death come through the front door. Dieth. Dieth, I'm so glad she found you. Whatever. Yeah, you're welcome. Sheesh. Hehe, welcome back, Scarlet. You have way too much faith in me. That's what friends are for, right? Shut up. So are we going to try the elevator again or not? I turned to where Death was standing, but they walked off toward the stairwell. The door closes behind them before I can say anything. I guess they're headed back to the basement. As long as they're comfortable in this home of theirs, that's what counts. Okay, Scarlet, let's revive together. Well, let's see about that. I step back into the elevator and check the panel by the door. That O button is back again. Come on in. I can't. What if it still thinks I'm a bad person? It won't. But what if it does? Then I know how to make it think you're a good person. Promise to come visit me in the hospital once we revive. Sure, okay. Scarlet steps into the elevator with her eyes shut tightly. Well, the button is still there. That's it? We can revive now? We just have to press it, I think. Wait. What now? Which hospital did you say you're staying in? I want to make sure I can find you. St. Fellows. Okay, St. Fellows. I know where that is. Press the button, Ash. No, you go ahead. You've got seniority and all. Fine, I'll press it then. It's rising. That'd be funny if it just took us back to the roof. No, it wouldn't. I'd seriously never recover. Haha, I was just kidding. Well, I'm not laughing. It's okay, Luke. You've heard that sound before. Calm down. She says it with a smile. I'm going to miss being with Scarlet. Ah, wait, I'll miss her. We'll be seeing each other again, won't we? She promised. What am I so scared about all of a sudden? You'll really come visit me? Of course, Ash. It's not like I'd expect you to come visit me. Uh-huh. Right. We're silent for a moment. My vision blurs, and when I refocus, the floor beneath my feet has changed. Instead of an elevator, we're standing in a field of dandelions. Hey, there's something I should tell you. Is she seeing this too? What is it, Scarlet? When I said I was murdered, it's certainly how I feel about what happened, but it isn't the whole truth. Huh? Scarlet takes a deep breath and exhales slowly, shakily. I tried to kill myself. I'm sorry, I couldn't bring myself to say it before. I should have just been modest. No, it's okay. I'm sorry you weren't through that. Or you went through that. Scarlet cries silently beside me. I don't know what to say. Everyone in my life was telling me I was this horrible, evil person, and so I started to believe them. Maybe I really had done something unforgivable. Maybe I didn't deserve to live. I felt so much grief over the women who were hurt by that bastard. I was so angry with myself for missing the signs. Being unable to help them really hurt, and knowing that I didn't have the right to feel pain over it as the one who had done wrong, it was crushing. That night, I'd never felt more alone. I thought no one would ever understand me. That I could never be trusting again, not even by myself. Ash, you shouldn't have trusted me either. I take Scarlet's hand in mine. Of course I trust you. Because look, we got revived together. That's all because I had you looking out for me. You're a good person, Scarlet. You don't need a stupid elevator to tell you that. There'll be lots of things to look forward to. Now that I can't feel her beside me anymore. Scarlet? It's too bright to see anything. Didn't my words reach her? Ah, it's alright. Either way. Because we promised we'd see each other again. Right, Scarlet? Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Ash, for everything. Okay, I only got one achievement. There's 6 altogether. Let's... What are these extras? Oh shit! Oh, Duke! Duke, what are you doing? Duke, come on. Buddy. Okay. I just need to remember the pattern they're in. Okay, can't be too hard, right? Fuck. Oh shit. Okay. We have a strategy here, boys. We have a frickin' strategy. Wait, I wonder if it changes. Good, it doesn't. Okay. There must be some fucking better way to do this. Alright, let's just look at the other achievements. Okay, so revive with Scarlet, revive with Celadon, revive alone. Leave the hospital. Okay. I guess I could revive alone. I'm just gonna speed run this shit, at least until I get to a point where so it does get lower. Pretty sure this is all the same. What happens if I go to the profiles? Speed. Ooh. Clack, clack, clack. I carefully stack the coins that Scarlet scattered on the elevator board, checking that each one is facing heads up. It's easy to get absorbed in the task, somewhat addictive even. Each coin I place down gives me a small sense of satisfaction. And I'm not even getting sore from being hunched over. That part is nice. I can't imagine being stuck doing this for 2 full days, though. That's some serious endurance. Caledon came back and forth, carrying each stack of coins out into the hall. Every once in a while, the elevator door would try to close, and he would lean against it to keep it open. I wondered if I'd be more useful just holding the button down for him, but he seemed to have developed a rhythm around it. I didn't want to interrupt that rhythm any more than I already had. When the last of the coins were gathered into stacks, I began carrying them out with him. It's so nice of you to lend a hand. Hopefully it's not against the rules or anything. Huh? I'm not messing things up for you, am I? Probably not. I mean, sometimes I fail my trials on a technicality. Well, anyway, Dieth didn't say anything about doing it on my own, just that I had to carry them by hand. I'm doing the right thing by helping him, as long as he's fine with it, I guess. We step out of the now empty elevator and into the coin-filled hall. No one's ever helped with me to trials before. Usually people have their own thing going on. He starts heading to the direction Scarlet went earlier. I follow, dragging my IV bag along with one hand and carrying a small stack of coins in the other. Are you sure it's okay for me to keep helping you? Yeah, I don't think it counts as cheating or anything. It's like you're part of my downline. Downline? Yeah, we're all like a team. You do a bit of work for me and we both profit. I can give you some coins when this is over. How does that sound? His offer catches me off guard. I wasn't doing this for any kind of profit. I just wanted to be nice. No thanks. I don't have pockets. Aha. Well, let me know if you change your mind. I wince a little at how enthusiastically he delivered his pun. Finally, we reach the end of the hall. The room we were transporting the coins turned out to be a morgue. Glancing around the room, I lock eyes with Scarlet. She shifts her gaze at Saladin, who is currently preoccupied lining his stack of coins with others. And then it suddenly clicks for me. Of course, the place we'd find Dieth waiting would be a morgue. This is where they keep the bodies. So I focus on the coins in my hand. I place them back down at the rest, then move follow Celine back in the hall. Ashley, wait. I stop my tracks, then reluctantly turn to face the person who was supposed to be helping me negotiate my revival. You feel sorry for him, don't you? She's right, but I'm still inclined to argue. I'm just trying to help. His trial is ending soon anyway, right? There's not a lot of time left, Miss Scarlet. He shouts back at us from the hall. His footsteps echo down it as he goes back for more coins. You're a nice girl, Ashley. But don't you think you should focus on saving your own soul? She says, entirely focused on saving mine. Helping others while I'm at it doesn't hurt. You're doing it too. She doesn't say anything back. I'm already out the door catching up with Celadon. His pace slows once he realizes I'm following him. As I close the distance, I try to make conversation. It's kind of messed up that Dieth is making you carry all these coins into the Merg. Merg? We're walking together. How he blinks at me. Oh right, you're new. What do you see this place as, Ash? A Haspeder? Oh, interesting. So that's why there's a morgue. I'm confused by what he's asking me. Do we all see this place differently? For me, it's kind of personal, but I don't mind telling you. This place looks like a rehab facility I was sent to in my early 20s. I was only there for a short time, but it left an impression, I guess. Rehab? We each pick up the next stack of coins. Yeah, I partied pretty hard back in college. I mean, I thought that's what you're supposed to do in Cambridge. Anyway, I got so bad my family sent me to rehab for a bit. I've been sober ever since. Huh? I have no idea how to respond. It's so far out of my own experience that I can't imagine what it
must have been like at all. Were you in college, Ash, before you got here? You're not still in high school, are you? No, I've been in the hospital since I was a teenager. I didn't actually get to go to high school. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry. We reached the morgue again and walked back inside. Scarlet doesn't bother us this time. Selden and I place our coins down, ready to head back out for more. Before we leave, we consider this morgue. This room looks different to Kelson and to Scarlet too. She told me before that this isn't a hospital. I wonder what it looks like to her. Since it's not really a morgue, it's a lot easier to push down the anxiety I feel about being in here. This is all made up. It's set dressing. Even the coins we're carrying aren't real. Maybe I'll wake up soon and realize it was just a dream all along. Stack by stack, we carry away the coins in the hall until there are none left. When I offered to help him, I didn't think I'd get so into it, but the work was meditative and helped to keep my mind off things. I'm here because I died. I haven't been able to process that yet. I just dove into helping the stranger with his trial, a trial I don't know anything about. I don't want to think about any of that. I just want to keep focusing on the task at hand. But his trial will be over soon, and death will come to pass judgment. That's how this works, isn't it? Sure enough, as we carry in the last of the coins, we're greeted by Deeth. A hooded figure carrying a scythe, their face hidden by a mask. Skip. Do you think we have time for one more trip, the elevator? Selden looks antsy. I'm not sure what he's worried about, though. We already brought so many coins. This is enough, isn't it? Maybe, but one last trip wouldn't hurt. He looks like he's asking my permission. Death walks over to us before I can respond. Time's up, Donnie. Technically. Speed. Heads. Fuck. Am I about to see a corpse? Oh yeah, this is the fucking hourglass shit. Skip. I follow Celadon back into the elevator and up to the ground floor. He holds his hourglass, tapping on it gently, but it does nothing to stop the flow of sand. We aren't dead yet, but we could die soon. Unless death decides to release our souls. Let us revive. We need to pass the trial to do that, as far as I understand it. But the trials are designed to waste our time. Is it a trick, then? Is there some other way to overcome this? I don't have enough information. I need to find out more about the rules of this place. Selden breaks me out of my thoughts and brings me back to the present. Thanks for helping me earlier. No problem. I'm sorry for not telling you sooner about the social death thing. That's okay, it'd be a weird thing to explain, right? Haha, yeah, so weird. Since he was here, therefore Scarlet, he must know a lot more about this place than she does. Maybe sticking with him it was the right call. I can ask him all the sorts of things. We'll chat with Selden. Yeah, Selden is the nicest guy here. He's not intimidating like the others. Hey, let's talk. Huh? Sure, Ash. Is there something particular you wanted to talk about? Everything that happened, I guess. Yeah, are you feeling after all that? Probably a lot to take in, huh? Death called us miserable losers. A little harsh, right? Yeah, I'm not miserable. Okay, well, this is really the same. 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 I've been expecting you. To kill me? Nah, want to hang out? You're not gonna swing your Seth at me anymore, right? Don't be such a baby. Follow me. Like I have a choice. Skip, 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 skip. Oh, Ashley. Hey, so we're not dead after all, huh? She was the one who told me first I was dead in the first, but the death made it sound like she knew otherwise. It's been bothering me, honestly. So they say. After a moment of silence, I realize I'm going to have to be the one to force this conversation. You, knew that it was a social death, didn't you? I don't believe I know anything about this place. Her tone carries a mix of annoyance and exhaustion. You can't trust anything Death says. Well, okay, basically seen all this before. I talked to the others. Oh, how'd that go? Scarlet doesn't want to help us. Well, okay. And Death was only interested in playing video games. There are games here? They didn't let me play. Haha, if they did, it'd probably be for a trial anyway. That's too bad for Scarlet, though. We all have the same goal. We should just work together. She said the power of friendship won't save the day. She's not going to do any trials. What does she have against the power of friendship? It's helping me stay hopeful, at least. Yeah, me too. A silence hangs between us for a moment. Selden looks at the ceiling and sighs. Can I be honest with you, Ash? Sure. Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off staying here. What do you mean? If I woke up tomorrow and had just gone back to my normal life, back to my messy apartment, frozen meals, paying bills, selling products, back to credit card debt, haha. Oh god, it's been such a relief not having to worry about my financial situation. But you're doing the trials so you can revive, right? That's the goal. It is. Even though my life was a mess, I can't just abandon it, right? What would I do if I actually stayed here? If he's really been here for years, that messy life he's talking about must feel so far away. Mine still feels like I only just lost it. Is there anything you miss from the real world? I miss showering. I miss showering too. Showering? Showering and sleep. I haven't found any bathrooms at all in this place. Isn't that weird? Not that we need them. Oh, you're right. There aren't even any sinks, are there? My hair never gets greasy, and I haven't felt sweaty even with all the running around I've been done. But technically, I haven't showered in years. I don't stink, do I? No, you don't smell like anything. Good, good. Priorities. But I still feel like I want to shower again. I miss that refreshing feeling of being all warm and clean. I can't relate. I've always hated showering. What? Really? How come? It just sucks. Having to get used to changing temperatures, it's so uncomfortable. And I can't stand up for that long. Well, normally. I mean, I don't get tired here. Huh. I guess being here has its benefits. That's interesting. The TV screen above us suddenly... Testing, calling all losers. Get the fuck here. Are you ready? No, but we should probably go anyway. Return to Ash. Oh. When Selden and I reach the morgue, Scarlet and Death are already there waiting for us. I wave to Scarlet, but she turns away. I guess she's mad at me for sticking with Selden. Now that we've assembled, Death taps their scythe on the floor and makes their announcement. Scarlet, it's time for your next trial. Pass. She said it so quickly, Death had barely... Same thing. Ash, then. Video game. Oh, shit. So it is in the same order. So I just have to find the 4. Found the 7. For the 9. Oh, 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 oh. Hey! Fuck. We were so close. Death opens the locker and light returns to my world. This bright light that I hated, I get to come back to it now. I get to see my friends' faces again. My friends. Well, Selden is definitely a friend. Scarlet isn't happy with me, but she might come around. As for Death, they're at least helping me down from here. I hang my IV back on its hook. It's half empty now. Selden rushes over to me once I've gathered myself. Are you okay? Yeah, that was scary. Thanks for calling it off. Well, you know what they say, live to fight again another day. Yeah, you'll win the next one. I glance over at Death and Scarlet. This is why I don't bother with these things. But I'm glad Selson had the good sense to let you out. Honestly, I would have kicked his ass if he didn't. I let out a small laugh. I could see that happening. I can feel death staring me down through their mask. This probably isn't the outcome they were expecting. Okay, losers, clearly my trials this time weren't up to snuff. I've already thought of something better for you, Donnie. You can relax while I prepare it. It's gonna be hard to relax, but okay. Let's go to my room. I offered without a second thought. I'd figured it'd be a nice place to just chill far away from this awful morgue at least. You have a room, Ash? It's where I woke up, so that's how I think of it. You're welcome to come too, Scarlet. We can, like, strategize or something. No, thank you. I'll keep investigating on my own. Scarlet turned to leave, this time giving a smile and a wave before exiting the room. At least she doesn't seem to be mad at me or anything. That's good. Do we still have to strategize? Nah, let's just relax. Who knows what death's gonna throw at us next? Yeah, I try not to guess ahead of time. It just makes me more anxious. We smile and laugh with each other as we head to the elevator. It feels so nice to make a real friend. Increased bond with Celadon. So this is your room? Yeah, my hospital room. Celadon looks around, approaching one of the empty walls, right? These rooms are an illusion. What do you see it as? Is my bed still a bed? Yeah, it's like a dorm room. There are nice paintings on the walls. Paintings? Yeah, of nature and stuff. I remember them from my time in rehab. Celadon has told me a lot of his personal in a short time I've known him. I wonder if I should open up more too. I guess I already told him about being in the hospital though. Is there anything else in my life? I have more focus on my health for so long. I don't have any options when it comes to hobbies. Mostly I play video games. I doubt he's interested in that kind of thing though. He's much older than me, and judging by what he's mentioned so far, he spends his time out in the world talking to people. He was even married, well, divorced now. He's lived a much fuller life than me. What's wrong, Ash? I must have let my sadness show in my face because now he's worried about me. What should I say? What? I was wondering, what was rehab like? Is it okay to ask? Oh, it was a nice place. Like I said before, I wasn't there for long. It just left a good impression. You mentioned your family sent you there. Yeah, back when they still kind of gave a damn about me. I think they were more freaked out about my bisexuality than my dwankin'. I mean, my father's still an alcoholic, and he never had to go to rehab. Oh, that shucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, at least they didn't put me in a conversion therapy. It was just a regular 12-steps program. I like 12 steps. It's simple. You just follow the instructions and your life gets better. It's not like the 13 steps, you know. It's way more complicated. Well, I'm glad it helped you. Yeah, it was very stabilizing. I needed it at the time. Celadon and I take a seat on the bed and continue chatting. I tell him a little about my family. How my mom works in real estate and my dad's an IT technician. Since they both work, I've always been well provided for, but I was left on my own a lot. I always got the feeling they cared more about their jobs than me. It can't be easy having to care for a sick kid all the time though, so I guess I don't blame them. I feel like they only had me because you're kind of expected to have a kid after you get married. I'm not sure either of them were all that excited about me being parents. They still took care of me though, even if it felt a little distant. I've always had trouble connecting with both of them. Someone once told me that your relationship with your parents changes a lot once you're an adult and can see them more as a person, but, well, maybe it's just because of my circumstances. The only change in our relationship was that they weren't obligated to care for me as much anymore. They still pay for my health insurance at least. I haven't been completely abandoned. I just haven't heard from either of them in a long time. My IV drips. Oh right, it was starting to run low, wasn't it? My IV's gonna run out soon. Uh-oh, that's not good. I opened up the cabinets curious to see if there are any medical supplies stored inside, but every one of them is empty. Wouldn't you need a nurse to help change the IV anyway? I've seen them do it enough times, I just need an extra set of hands. I'm bad with needles. Maybe Scarlet can help? What's in this bag anyway? If it's just saline, I'm probably fine without it, but if it's medication, if it's the reason I've been feeling so healthy, I really shouldn't risk going without it. Saladin, can you help me search for a refill? Sure, whatever you need, Ash. We make our way down the opposite sides of the hall, checking each door along the way. One of these has to be a supply closet, right? That's what I expected, but it's just been identical room after identical room. What am I going to do if we can't find a refill? Does it even matter here in the afterlife? If I don't need to eat or sleep, I shouldn't need medicine either, right? But I woke up here with an IV and it feels important. So we keep searching. But soon we reach the end of the hall. Find anything? Sorry, they're all empty. The closets don't even have hangers in them. Let's try another floor. As we make our way to the elevator, we heard a familiar voice through the PA system. Why are you making me? Ugh. Ahem. Ashley and Colleen, you're needed at the front desk, please. Her words are falsely sweet, like a customer service rep faking her way through the day. Maybe the front desk will be a good place to check anyway. His tone is helpful, but I'm not. We can make a quick stop there anyway. While the elevator descends to the lobby, I stare nervously at my IV bag. It drips once, trying to intimidate me. Scarlet is seated behind the front desk, playing her part of the hospital receptionist. Death leans over the counter looking like a delinquent, giving her a hard time. Well, that's basically what's going on here. Death is the bully, giving all of us a hard time. Saladin and I walk over to the pair together. I'm worried about my IV. Will it even last through another trial? I should probably mention it before we get sidetracked. Before I get a chance to speak, Death calls out to us. Wow, you guys really came running. Massachusetts. Masochist? Fuck you. They made fun of us for following instructions. Scarlet fires back from behind the desk before I can figure out how to respond. Oh, shut up. You'd criticize them if they took their time getting here, too. She stands up and walks over to greet us. Listen, Death is plotting something. They haven't left me alone since the previous trial. Sorry you had to put up with that, Miss Scarlet. But, there's actually something urgent we should talk about. Selden gestures to me. It's kind of him giving me an opening like this. We've been running around looking for medical supplies. My IV's gonna run out soon. You're right. It's drained so much. Death. Ashley needs a new IV bag. Are there any refills? Maybe. This is a medical emergency, isn't it? I'm not really sure. Mostly I would feel weird without it. Death leans forward, turning to Saladin with a snicker. You want to cancel your trial? Couldn't we just postpone it? No, that's annoying. What is the trial anyway? Ash, we shouldn't start it before we settle your emergency. But I want to know. If it's impossible, we can forfeit right away. Oh, okay. As long as you're fine with it. Well, I'm not fine with it. I'm going to help you look, Ashley. As Scarlet turns to leave, Death stops her. Are you sure you want to do that, Scarlet? She freezes. Death's planning something after all. Donnie's trial is going to require everyone's participation, including yours. Fine, explain the stupid trial, then I'm leaving. Heh, alright. For phrase, one of this trial, a certain drug is hidden somewhere in this building. A drug? Like medication? Scarlet, you saw me hide it. The trial won't progress until it's brought here. I certainly saw you hide something, but I couldn't see what it was. It's something for you, Ashley. Is it my IV? I'm too afraid to ask. If you hid her meds, just tell us already. Heh, you'll see when you find out. Death walks around the desk, then plops down in the office chair. They lean back and put their feet up on the desk. Scarlet takes off toward the stairway in a hurry. At least she didn't need convincing. Should we wait here? I've never had to think about what would happen if I ran out of medication before. There were always nurses taking care of that for me. And before I was hospitalized, my mom always managed it. But we're in the afterlife, a place where body's condition stays the same, and even if you don't eat or sleep, so we shouldn't think of it as a normal medication probably. Still, if I really didn't need an IV bag, why did I wake up with it? It's just fluids, isn't it? If I keep thinking about circles, my time will run out. My time. It's running out like an hourglass. Huh? Death told me I didn't have an hourglass. Do you think it's because my IV is acting like one in its place? If that's true, then... Death snickers behind the desk. Man, that's a good one. Hidden in plain sight, huh? Am I right? Do I really only have this much time left? Gee, I wonder. Screw you. I want to revive. I'm not ready to die yet. The door to the stairwell swings open and Scarlet comes running back to us. Scarlet, did you find it? It's not an IV bag. It's some type of liquid, though. She shows us the bottle. It's unlabeled, save for a hastily attached piece of masking tape with a word scribbled on it in black ink. Connie. What is that? What is this for? Death takes the bottle out of her hand, then waves it around like a prize. Connie's a chemical compound extracted from a plant called poison hemlock. A small dose is enough to cause paralysis. Starts in your toes, then works all the way up your whole system. If you ingest it, it causes respiratory failure. You'll be conscious, unable to breathe, slowly losing oxygen until you die. In other words, it's deadly poison. Poison? You can't mean. For the second part of your trial, Donnie, Ashley over here has to drink this. What? Me? It has to be you. You're such good friends, right? Why don't you drink it instead, you monster? Call it off. You don't have to drink that, Ash. It's not up to you, Seldon. This time it's Ash's choice. But I'll throw you a bone, Ash. Let's count this trial as a double whammy. If you drink it, I'll let you revive with Celadon, assuming you survive this, that is. I'll be waiting outside. You have 5 minutes. With that, Death turns on their heel and walks out the automatic doors. It's up to me. I step forward to the automatic doors. Look, we don't even know if the poison has any effect in the afterlife. I felt just fine the entire time. I haven't felt normal like this since I was a little kid. I don't know if it's because this place is special, or it's because whatever in my IV bag was helping me. But I think my time left to feel good is over now. It's something that shouldn't have been possible in the first place. That's why I'm okay with this. Don't worry about me, alright? I stepped outside, letting the doors close behind me before Scarlet and Celadon could say another word. Beyond the hospital doors is an endless expanse of bright white. Hard to believe this is black outside the hospital, although I guess it's all an illusion. That's what I'm banking on. The illusion of it all. This place isn't real, my IV bag isn't real, and the poison isn't real. Maybe. I hope. I think Celadon is real, though, and I have a chance to help him, whether I turn out to be right or wrong. Whoa, you really came out. Yep, I'm ready. They hand me the bottle of poison. The glass is thick and heavy. Looks like you still have some time left. Any last words? Not really. Twist the cap open. There isn't any particular smell to the liquid. Seriously, you're ready to sacrifice yourself just like that? You said I can revive if I drink it, too. You're willing to die horribly for a chance to go back to the real world, to go back to pain and suffering every single day of your life? Well, I made a friend, so maybe I won't have to suffer alone anymore. Ha, you're nuts. You know that? You're the one who came up with the trial. Yeah, and it's an insane one. Who the hell would have choose drink lethal poison for some schlub they just met? They're right. I don't have to do this. I could probably get used to things here in the afterlife. Being stuck here might not be so bad. There are so many things I don't know about this place. It's a little fun trying to learn about it all. If Deeth is okay living here, maybe I could be too. If you can call this living. But I'm not really doing this for my own revival. I like Celadon. He deserves a win. The open bottle weighs heavily in my hands. There's only one option. Drink it. I chug the entire thing in one go. It's disgusting, but I've taken worse tasting medicine before. I keep my eyes shut as tight as I wait for the effects of the poison to hit, but I don't feel anything. How long is this supposed to take anyway? Damn it, you guys win. Death walks back toward the hospital doors. What happens now? How long until I die horribly? Shut up and come with me. When we walk into the building, Scarlet and Celadon run up to me, faces full of concern. Ash, how are you feeling? Normal, I guess. It had a bad aftertaste, but I don't feel any different yet. What's going to happen to her, Death? Nothing. Ugh. Death's voice is whiny and childish, the voice of a sore loser. But she drank the entire bottle of Conine. It's a fucking tincture, like those health products you use to sell, Donnie. I've never sold poison. That's what I'm saying. It was Connie tincture. They start with hemlock, then dilute it down until there isn't a single molecule of hemlock left. They say it keeps the memory of the plant, but it's mostly water. It's water? But then the healthy tinctures I sold? Also a scam. Shit's called homeopathy. Learned about it in a podcast, so that's the catch. Haha, I called their bluff. Shut up, bitch. Holy fuck. I made it too easy. Anyway, we get revive now, right? You and Celadon do tough luck, Scarlet. I feel bad leaving her. She helped me with the trial, too. Can I save this? Save. Let's save. Save just in case. Return. What are you going to do, Scarlet? Don't worry about me. Compared to Celadon, I only just got here. Go on ahead, Ashley, before your time runs out. With Scarlet blessing, I look at Celadon and Death. Looks like the power of friendship saved the day after all. Barf. Death walks over to the elevator. They tell us that no one's ever won a trial before, so they aren't sure exactly how the whole process works. It's weird. I thought they knew everything about this place. But maybe it's all a front? As fake as poison they made me drink? Either way, it's just me and Kaladin now. This elevator is apparently the way out of here. The only way aside from waking out those front doors and wandering into the void. This is the only place in the building that Death can't see inside. So if there really is a way to revive, it's through here. All we need to do is figure it out. Sin and I look around the ceiling and said, "You know, I'll be right back. I'll be right back." Selden and I look around at the walls and the ceiling inside the elevator. It shows for you that, I've been in this elevator so many times. Can we really leave from here? Dev said that saw people go in and out. They had to have gone somewhere. I've seen a lot of people come and go during my time here. They just disappeared one day. I guess I've always been too focused on my trials to really pay attention to that kind of thing. I don't know if I would have noticed it either. My eyes followed to the panel on the panel buttons. There's something odd. This wasn't here before. Celadon leans in close, pointing to a button with an O on it. Or maybe 0. This must be it. We found it, Ash. Should I press it? I'll do it. You might fuck it up. I cheekily press the button before he has a chance to object. Hey, no fair! The elevator door closes. Going up, huh? Yeah. We're definitely rising. Is this what revival is supposed to feel like? I guess I'd be more worried if we were going down. Yeah, you're right. The two of us stand in silence, unsure of what to say to each other. No one's ever sacrificed themselves like that for me. Haha. It wasn't a sacrifice, though. It's the thoughts that counts. Another silence. How long will this elevator ride be? And will we ever get to see each other again after this? Before I know it, the floor has transformed into a field of dandelions. Hey, Ash. Yeah. He's seeing this too, right? What hospital are you staying at? Oh, it's St. Fellows. Ah, I know that place. That's where my grandfather... Well, let's not talk about that. It's too depressing. Want to come visit? Yes, if that would be okay. Good. That's something to look forward to. I hope he really will come visit, as long as he doesn't try to sell me any supplements. I used to work in health insurance. Oh no, he's not reading my mind, is he? Claims department. I was the guy who looked at insurance claims and tried to find any loophole I could so that the company could deny them. After my grandfather passed, seeing his medical bills, the funeral costs, everything, I just couldn't work there anymore. One awful thing to do to people. That sounds hard, yeah. That's why I wanted to work in medicine. But there was no way I could afford to go to medical school. I thought selling supplements was the next best thing. I really wanted to be able to help people, but my life kept spiraling out of control. So I really can't thank you enough for helping someone like me. Oh, it's no problem. Actually, I'm really glad to have been able to help someone at all. Usually I'm no use to anyone. My eyes well up with tears. Selden doesn't respond. Selden? We're still rising. It's too bright to see anything anymore. Please come visit me. I want to stay friends after this. I call out to him, but I'm pretty sure he's gone now. Friends, huh? I thought I might never make a new one. It's so nice knowing I was wrong about that. I feel so light and warm. I just hope we'll meet again soon. Okay. I'm very surprised these achievements are popping off seemingly without a problem. They have a tendency to do that. Okay, let's what happens always? No, let's go back to this, yeah. Is that really, was there no? Huh, okay. I think I saved too early. I'd rather be alone. Wait a minute. Why am I going along with this? Anyway, those people are too strange. I turned to make my way down the opposite hallway, rounding the corner out of Scarlet and Celadon's sight. Hopefully I won't be followed. I enter the stairwell and take a moment to myself. This isn't the real world anymore. It's the afterlife. It has its own rules, clearly. The question is, can I actually trust any of these people? If I had gone to meet death, would I be stuck doing some ridiculous trial like Celadon? Scarlet seemed confident that talking to death would help me get out of this place, but even if she was telling the truth, I don't know where I'd be sent to. Heaven? Heal? What if staying here is the best choice I've got? Not that I'm a big fan of this place to begin with. I can't believe I died. My voice echoed softly in this empty stairwell. If this were a dream, I would have woken up by now, right? If I can't sleep here, will I ever dream again? Scarlet doesn't seem to be coming after me. I slumped down against the wall, glanced up at the stairwell. I could climb that, couldn't I? How long has it been since I climbed the set of stairs on my own? Lugging my IV there would be a bit annoying, but I have the energy for it. I could do it. I stood up and approached the stairs. The IV stand is a little unwieldy, but not too much for my frail arms to lift. I begin my ascent. The elevator had taken us down to B2, which means there's only 2 flights of stairs separating me from the first floor. From there, I could walk out of the front entrance. I couldn't see anything but bright white light from the windows. Was there anything out there? I guess I'd have to see for myself. I make it up to the first flight of stairs with no issue. B1. I look from the sign back to the stairs behind me. I did that. I pinched my cheek to make absolutely sure this isn't a dream. Ow. Okay. Still able to feel pain. Good to know. I climbed to the next flight of stairs, same as the first. My muscles are weak, but they're actually working. I haven't been able to move how I wanted since I was a little kid. I bet I could climb all the way to the top floor if I tried, but I'd have to confirm that some other time. Finding out what was outside this hospital was more pressing matter. I exit the stairwell at the sign that reads 1F. You would think I'd be used to this eerie atmosphere by now, but seeing the hospital lobby completely empty like this unsettles me. There is no sign of Scarlet here. The elevator is rising to the top floor, presumably with Celadon on it. I'm alone. Light floods in front of the doors and windows. It really is just plain white out there, as if someone took an eraser to the outside world. I walk toward the entrance. I have the strength to walk anywhere on my own now. The sense of freedom that comes with that is intoxicating. But when the automatic doors open, I freeze in place. Endless white. I squint into the distance, but I can't make anything out. There isn't a single shadow to give the environment shape. Taking a timid step into the void, there seems to be a floor beneath me, like walking on tempered glass. It holds even when I give a little stomp. I try my luck and take a few more steps. Still solid ground. I look at the sky, then behind me, up at the strange hospital. If I left this place only to find nothing out there, would I be able to make my way back? It's not like I could leave a trail of breadcrumbs. My gaze returns to the blank horizon. Should I? I wouldn't if I were you. I turn back to see a figure in dark clothing standing in the entrance. I'm not sure what to say, so I just stand back in silence. A skull mask covers their face, carrying a large. Are you the Grim Reaper? What's it look like? Yep, probably safe to assume that this is the Scarlet was talking about. You gonna introduce yourself? If you're Death, shouldn't you already know my name? If you don't want to tell me, then forget it. They're turning away. That's not good. I still need information from them. Wait, I'll tell you. If you tell me what this place is. Bargaining is definitely not my strong suit. Death shifts their way, glaring at me from behind the mask. It's the afterlife, dumbass. Right. I should probably stop trying to play it smart. I don't have the charisma for this. I'm Azalea. I'm just Ash is fine. Ash, sick name. I'm jealous. I can't tell if they're being sarcastic, but it makes me a little happier to hear that idiot either way. Scarlet was taking me to meet you. Did she tell you to come find me? Nah. Then why? You snubbed the other two. I wanted to see what kind of person you were. It sounds like there's really only the four of us here, then. Can I ask you another question? What's out there? Oblivion. The way they said it, I'm inclined to believe them. Does that mean I'll die if I leave this hospital? What happens if you die in the afterlife? Assuming that's even possible, would I disappear peacefully into the ether? Or would I be lost wandering the void for the rest of eternity? It's a disturbing thought. On the other hand, walking into the light could be my way out of here. That's what they tell people not to do, right? Don't go into the light. Maybe it's the way back. To the other side of the veil, so to speak? Well, there's only one way to find out. This feels like a test, but I have no idea what the right answer is. So let's save. Leave this place. I decided to take my chances out there. If I want to live, I should do the opposite of what Deeth says, right? I grab my IV and pull it along, stepping further into the void. Everyone who goes out there hasn't come back. I hesitate. Is that supposed to be a good or bad thing? Neither, just final. So if you're leaving, you better be sure about it. Sorry, I'm the kind of person who has to see things for themselves. Don't say I didn't warn you. I leave Deeth in the strange hospital behind. The ground is flat and even, making it easy to roll my IV stand along beside me. It's cumbersome having to take it with me, but I consider it like a lifeline at this point. A reminder of where I'm trying to get back to. I may not have the greatest life, but that doesn't mean I can so easily embrace the afterlife. As long as you're still alive, things can change. There's still hope even in the hopeless situations. Following the light must be the way out. I'm sure of it. Sure, it is peaceful. I wonder how long it goes on for. The only sounds to be heard are the rolling wheels of my footsteps. Even the air is completely still. A little eerie, but I don't let that deter me. The hospital is a speck on the horizon now. It's almost impossible to spot in the vast white void. I really won't be able to make my way back there if I continue on, but I already decided on this. I keep walking, one foot in front of the other. How long have I been out here? My perception of time is off. I can tell it from the amount of fluid left in my IV. I've been going on longer than I thought. Well, I look around and realize I don't know which direction the hospital is in anymore. It's the same blank white nothingness in all directions. I just have to keep walking. I think of my familiar hospital bed, not the one I woke up in this morning. Was it morning? How long ago was that? How long have I been dead? This isn't real. There's no explanation for an endless white void like this. No one told me what I should do in this kind of situation. I want to see my parents again. It's been so long since they visited. Why aren't they out here looking for me? Will anyone look for me now that I'm gone? I realize I don't remember the last time I checked my IV bag. My IV. It's completely empty. I don't need it. I feel just fine. I just have to keep walking. I pull the IV out. No use keeping it in there now. Blood drips from my arm and onto the pure white ground. Strangely enough, my first thought is how these drops could have worked as breadcrumbs. Would have run out of blood if I had tried that. I leave the IV stand behind and continue on my way. This place is starting to get to me. I'm losing touch with my senses. All I can think of is how much I want to wake up in my hospital room. Isn't that pathetic? I always dreamed of being able to walk out of the hospital, and now I want something, and I want nothing more than to be back there. No, I'm here because I walked out of the hospital in the first place. Huh? But didn't I die? Nothing makes sense anymore. It hurts. I'm so lonely. Wait, it hurts? There's this burning sensation. I look down at my arms. The skin is pieces of me are flaking off and dissolving into light. What is this? What's happening to me? It hurts. Someone help me. I don't want to die. I don't want to die alone like this. Oblivion. That's right. They warned me. But who? Who was it that said that? Where are the nurses? Where is anyone? It's too bright. I can't see. Someone help me. I'm so alone, please. My cries didn't reach anyone. Without knowing what it meant, I had walked straight into oblivion. I felt my body disintegrate into the ether, piece by piece. Not even a pile of ash remained. Bad ending. Yeah. Ash to ash. Alright. I think that's where I'm going to call for today. My voice is kind of hurting. A lot of talking. If you came this far, please like and subscribe. And I love you.